everyone, Lucamus Prime here. So it is time for another collection video today, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing my Blu-ray movie collection for the films which are directed by one of my favourite movie directors of all time, and that of course is none other than, as you've probably seen by the title and the thumbnail, Quentin Tarantino. So I have almost all of his films here on Blu-ray, as both Blu-ray cases and Blu-ray steelbooks, and I'm going to show them now. So the only ones I don't own by Tarantino is, of course, is his amateur film My Best Friend's Birthday, and also as well the film which he did a segment of called Four Rooms. I don't own that, and I also as well do not own Death Proof either, just so you all know. Kicking off this collection, of course, is the film that started his career, which of course is 1992's Reservoir Dogs. So this is the film that started his career, and it is most definitely one of my favourite heist films of all time. I definitely really love this crime film, and I definitely think it's brilliant in my opinion, with a great cast of actors. Yeah, Reservoir Dogs is in my opinion an absolute masterpiece. Just how a director kicks off their career, absolutely. So this of course what the front looks like. Got the film's poster there. On the back is of course is also a list of special features, and it also says on the box here that this film is playable in only Region B, which is my region for the UK. So if you guys watching this don't live in a country with Region B for Blu-rays, this film is unfortunately not playable where you live, sadly. So if you have ALC, it's unfortunately not playable. It's not even Region 3 either with all the regions, sadly. It's just Region B for me. So only Region B countries can watch it. But anyhow though, here is the disc, which looks pretty nice. Pretty cool there. Then on to what is actually my #1 personal favourite film by Tarantino, which I consider to be as well one of the greatest films ever made. And that of course is 1994's Pulp Fiction, which I own as a Blu-ray steelbook. So this is definitely a pretty cool steelbook, which I got early this year. So that's what it looks like on the front there. Of course, you have Vincent Vega, of course, on the front there, alongside, of course, Mia Wallace. And these are definitely great characters in this. On the back here, of course, you have the milkshake, red apple juice, and the burger, of course. And this is also a 4K steelbook too, because on the inside, of course, here are the discs. There is the 4K one, and above it is the regular Blu-ray one. And on the inside there is Mia. In terms of the region, the good thing about 4K discs is they're region free, so you can watch the 4K disc anywhere you want as long as you have a 4K player and 4K TV, so you can see the whole experience. As for Blu-ray, the disc does not say what region it's in, so I can assume that it will play maybe in all regions if it's not going to show a specific region on there. But it definitely, of course, will play in Region B, because I got this, of course, in the UK at the store Kex. Just like I got Reservoir Dogs from Kex as well. So that's Pulp Fiction. Then on to another film released after this, the next film. Next, of course, is 1997's Jackie Brown, which I personally think is a very underrated film, in my opinion. I think it's one that I think deserves more attention. And I definitely really enjoyed this when I saw it for the first time on Netflix. So this is what it looks like, and I might as well call this a grey ray because this box it's in it isn't even blue, it's grey, so I should call it a grey ray. But of course, I think it says there it's a reprint too, so that's probably why it's on a grey disc box and not a blue one. So it's got the picture there, the poster with a cast there as well, and on the back there it says it's Tarantino's finest, most mature movie to date. Nah, my favourite film, of course, by him is Pulp Fiction, but yeah, it says there's over 3 hours bonus features, and it says down there that this film is only playable in my region, Region B, on Blu-ray. And on the inside, there's the disc, which is a pretty nice disc, got the cast on there, and even says on the disc there, Region B as well, so it's unfortunately playable just in my region. Then on to, as well, another one of my all-time favourites from Tarantino, and this is actually a film which is split into 2 parts, one released in 2003 and 2004, and if you've seen this, you'll be aware what I'm talking about, and that, of course, is Kill Bill. Now, I absolutely love these 2 films, and personally, guys, I consider this to be one film but split into 2 parts. Even Tarantino himself says it's one film. And I definitely really love Kill Bill. And I must say as well, the Bride is also hands down my favourite role of Uma Thurman and one of my favourite female characters in cinematic history. And thankfully one of those who's not undeveloped or poorly written and is not a Mary Sue, which I thought was brilliant. And so I got with some HMV, and this of course consists of both volumes right there. And it does not say what region the discs play in, so maybe they're region 3. So on the inside, there is of course the disc for volume 1, and of course when I flip it, there is volume 2's disc. And it does not say what region the films play in on either of the discs, so what I can assume is that they might be region 3, maybe, but I kind of have a guarantee that they're playable in my region, region B, because I got with some HMV. So that's Kill Bill. Then on to another Tarantino film, which I do also own as a Blu-ray Steelbook, is actually, of course, a war film that he directed in 2009, and that, of course, is Inglourious Bastards, which I own as a Blu-ray Steelbook. On the front there, of course, is Brad Pitt's character, Aldo Rain, and on the back there is the film's logo, which has IB there, which is pretty nice. So, definitely really cool Steelbook, I must say. Did a really great job designing it. And Inglourious Bastards is also, in my opinion, a fantastic movie as well. One of the best war films ever made, in my opinion. On the inside is the 4K disc. And as I said before with my Steelbook, the Pulp Fiction, 4K discs, of course, are region 3, so you can watch them anywhere you want, as long as you have a 4K player and a 4K TV for a full experience. And underneath that, of course, is the Blu-ray disc, as you can see there. And when I look at the disc, I cannot see a region for it, so what I can assume is the Blu-ray disc is also as well region 3 as well, but I can guarantee it plays in my region. And there's also a character from the film there as well. I think it's one of the shots from the film, which is definitely really cool. So that's Inglourious Bastards. Then onto as well what is, in my opinion, the greatest Wild West movie ever made, released in 2012, which of course is Django Unchained. So, I saw this film in late 2021, and I had an absolute blast watching this. I think it's one of the best films of all time, and most definitely my favourite Wild West movie of all time. Like, it's just absolutely incredible. Has my favourite role of Jamie Foxx of all time, and the other cast members in it are also fantastic as well. And I love how, as well, it pays homage to the original 1966 film Django. And you, of course, have Franco Nero cameoing in it as well. And he shares a scene with Jamie Foxx, which I thought was an amazing passing the torch moment. And other than that, the film is just absolutely fantastic. If you guys have not seen it, then please go watch it. And what's cool is, according to the cardboard box that this film has come in, it says it's playable in all Blu-ray regions, A, B, and C, which is fantastic. So if I take off the cardboard cover, which shows a poster on the back there, information about the film, that's what it looks like, of course. Pretty much just the same, really. So, the same poster and the same on the back as well, really. And it also says it's region 3 as well, because it plays in all 3 regions. So, when I open it up, of course. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Got a shot from the film there, and the disc itself, of course. So, when I flick around there, it says Django Unchained. And it also says it's playable in all 3 regions as well, which is brilliant. So, that's Django Unchained, in my opinion, the greatest Wild West movie ever made. So, if you guys have not seen it, I'd recommend it strongly. And Tarantino definitely deserved his Oscar. He won for this, and of course, also for Pulp Fiction as well. Most definitely well deserved, in my opinion. So that, of course, is Django Unchained. And now on to Tarantino's next film he did 3 years later, which is also another Wild West movie, which, of course, is The Hateful Eight, which I own as a Blu-ray Steelbook, again. Now, when it comes to this film, while I do think it's good, I personally think it's one of Tarantino's weaker films, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is good, but I personally think it's one of his weaker ones, because I feel that his pacing, I feel the film's pacing was a little bit slow in many aspects, and I also feel that some characters deserve more screen time as well, in my opinion, but I still think the film is good, and definitely worth watching if you're a fan of Wild West movies. So the front, of course, looks like this, which is a pretty nice poster. On the back there, got a horse chariot there riding through the snow, which is really great. So, and you can even as well feel the text of the Hateful Eight logo there as well. And on the inside, when I open it up, So unlike my steelbooks of Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Bastards, it only has a Blu-ray disc and not a 4K disc. In there, you've got a shot from a film, and there's the disc, which is a pretty nice design. And it says it's only playable in my region, Region B. So that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? It's not playable in other regions, just Region B. But nonetheless, well, this film is definitely worth watching. And it also has a phenomenal soundtrack composed by my favourite Italian composer, Ennio Morricone, may he rest in peace, which he, of course, won the Oscar for, which in my opinion was something he should have won for many other movies. But he definitely really deserved his Oscar that he won for this movie, absolutely. Then, on to the latest film I own by Tarantino, which is actually the latest film he's done at the time of this recording, which of course is 2019's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And just like many of his films, I personally think this film is absolutely fantastic, and I think it has a really great cast of actors and a great ensemble cast, and I definitely think it's brilliant. So that's what the film looks like. Got, of course, the film's poster there. On the back, information about a movie. It's very nice. And also, it says there that the film is playable in all Blu-ray regions, which is brilliant. And if I open up the disc there, so that's what it looks like in there, right there, which is pretty nice. And playable in all regions, which is really cool. So he definitely did a really great job designing this. And I like how, of course, it's based on a literal film, which is really cool because the film is all about, of course, Hollywood, which is brilliant. So that's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, definitely a great film right there. And I also, as well, cannot wait for Tarantino's final film, which he's called The Movie Critic, and I'm definitely very excited for it because he plans to retire from making films after this film, and I personally think he's earned his retirement, and knowing, of course, what's become of film industries nowadays, I honestly don't blame him for making that decision. And he's also, as well, one of the few directors left who I still trust in today's world when it comes to making films, because he knows how to make a great film, absolute masterpieces. I mean, because out of all those films I've just covered, in my opinion, none of them suck. They just get weaker, in my opinion, not worse. I don't think he's made a single bad film that I've seen, because I think he's a phenomenal director, and I trust that he'll do a great job directing his final film, The Movie Critic, and I'll definitely be there to go see it, absolutely. Anyway, guys, so this is me showing my Blu-ray collection for the films I own by the legendary director Quentin Tarantino, one of my favourites of all time. So, you know the drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to tell us in the comments what films by Tarantino you own, if you have them on Blu-ray or DVD. Let know you have them in the comments below. Also, be sure to join Team Prime by pressing subscribe and more videos come in the future, and I'll see you all later.